Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining this meeting. Amar, you mentioned an important issue about new emission rules. Could you please explain?
Sure, Locke. The International Maritime Organization has set stricter rules to reduce sulfur oxide and nitrogen oxide emissions from ships. Local laws are also pushing us for cleaner operations. We need to find ways to meet these new rules.
Thank you, Amar. What are the possible ways to meet these rules?
We have a few choices. First, we can switch to low sulfur fuel oil. Second, we could install exhaust gas cleaning system, which is scrubbers. Third, we could use alternative fuels like liquefied natural gas. And last one, we could improve our ship's energy efficiency.
To clarify, switching to low sulfur fuel oil is easy more but more expensive. Installing scrubbers, which can be either open loop or closed loop system, in another option. Open loop scrubbers use seawater and are cheaper but can be used everywhere. Closed loop sub scrubber should use fresh water, making them more flexible but also more expensive. Using LNG is cleaner but requires big changes to our ship and more fuel refueling stations. Improving energy efficiency through advanced fuel coatings, air lubrication system, and optimized vessel speed is another way. Regular maintenance is also important to keep efficiency and reduce emission.
Exactly, scrubbers, for instance, are good at removing sulfur oxide from exhaust gas. Open loop scrubbers are cheaper but have limits in some area due to environmental concerns. Closed loop scrubber, while more expensive, can be used anywhere. Switching to liquefied natural gas as a fuel is another good option. It cut emission a lot, but needs big change to our ship and new refueling station. Improving energy efficiency with advanced hull coatings and air lubrication system can save fuel. Slowing down the ship, known as slowing steaming, also help reduce emission. Regular maintenance is key to keeping our shipping running well. Would not you agree that energy efficiency is a critical component regardless of which main strategy we choose?
Yes, Sophie, I agree. Energy efficiency is definitely a critical component. However, I'm concerned about initial costs and how quickly we can implement these changes. Do we have the budget for significant upfront investment?
That's a valid point, Eng. Let's talk about cost. Using low sulfur fuel oil is simple but costs more over time. Installing scrubbers has a high upfront cost but can save money in the long run. Uh, Open loop scrubbers are cheaper but might not be allowed everywhere, while closed loop systems cost more but can be used anywhere. Switching to LNG needs a lot of money to change our ships and set up refueling stations. While the starting cost is high, LNG can save money and help the environment in the long run. Energy efficiency energy efficiency measures save money and steadily without major changes. Regular maintenance is needed to keep everything running efficiently. Do you think we can justify the high upfront cost to our stakeholders?
It's a tough call, Alik. On one hand, the upfront costs are significant, but on the other, the long-term savings and environmental benefits could be substantial. We need to do a detailed cost-benefit analysis to find the best option for our fleet. Amar, can you gather data on the costs and benefits of each measure?
Absolutely, look. I'll start collecting data as soon as possible. I believe having concrete numbers will help us make a more informed decision. Do we have a preference for any option as a starting point? Anyone?
From my perspective, focusing on energy efficiency could be the most balanced approach. It has lower upfront costs compared to other options and immediate benefits. What do you think, Eng?
Yes, I agree, Sophie. Energy efficiency if improvements seem like a low risk starting point, but we can't ignore the need to meet regulatory requirements. We might still need to consider scrubbles or liquefied natural gas in parallel. Could we potentially face our approach?
Phasing the approach makes sense. We can start with energy efficiency measures while planning for bigger changes like liquefied nitrogen gas, LNG, or scrubbers. This way, we manage costs and compliance better. Can we all agree on starting with energy efficiency improvements first?
I agree. It's a proactive first step.
Yes, I'm on board with that. It's a solid strategy.
Agreed. Let's move forward with that.
I am in agreement as well. It's a sensible starting point.
Great, thank you everyone. We'll begin with energy efficiency improvements. Amar, Sufi, and Alik, let's work on gathering all the necessary information on this approach. Amar, gather the costs and benefits data. Sufi, you will look into the latest energy efficiency technologies. Alik, you should check if using alternative fuels is possible for our fleet. Let's meet again next week to discuss our findings. Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you, everyone.